Tony D and Little Joan with a screenwriter's rant on Codename Banshee, starring Antonio Banderas, about a guy who trained another spy and everybody's out to kill him. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Horror in South Jersey. It's what? It's the Pineys. Books 1 through 9 available at Amazon.com. Kindle Unlimited is free. All right. So yeah, that's the woman he trained, who tracks him down after, I don't know, years. She works for an organization, and I guess she kills people. And now they've turned against him. He's the Irish guy from Sons of Anarchy. You remember that guy with the scars on his face? And she is like an exile CIA agent who was trained by Antonio Banderas, and now she's going to take him down, and they hide out in a house. And this is Antonio Banderas' daughter, who he's also trained. So it's the three of them against an army of henchmen, and she's got a bunch of guns. So they've been preparing for this day. So it looks cool. Looks cool enough. I mean, look, it's an action movie about vengeance. And there's going to be a lot of cool fights. And I'm down with it. Why not? It's called Codename Banshee. And appears to be very action-oriented. Let's see who made this thing. Written by Matthew Rogers. Directed by John Keyes. Let's see. Oh my God, the executive producers. We may have another record. I think our record is 11. So let's go. Luke Taylor was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 executive producers. And are any of them Antonio Banderas? No. That's bizarre. You would think they'd give it to him first. Who the hell are all these people? These are all got to be money people, I guess. Let's see. I don't know the name of the lead actress. Let's see. Is she one of the... I don't see... Man, so many EPs on this thing. John Keyes, the director, is one of the producers. Matthew Rogers, is he in the list? He's not one of the producers. And I don't see him as an EP. Oh, man. That's a lot of executive producers. Wow. Jamie King, Tommy Flannigan, that's the Irish guy. I don't know why I can't remember that name. And Antonio Banderas. So, yeah, none of them are the executive producers, which is surprising considering all those names. They got to be investors. That would be my guess. They're all investors, and that was part of the deal. They all get an EP credit. They throw, I don't know, $50,000 towards the movie, and then that's how they get the budget for this. Most of it looks like it takes place in a house, in a bar, maybe a couple other locations. So it's probably low on locations, big on action. Probably got the stunt guy. I would bet money that either John Keyes, Matthew Rogers, or maybe even both are connected to the stunt world in some capacity. That's usually a thing. Because there's a lot of stunts in this. Not a tremendous amount. I mean, it is dangerous even with the fake guns. There's Tommy. But that's not the same as saying, doing like cars or doing something. The guns are dangerous. I'm not trying to throw shade on anybody who does car stuff or gun stuff, but that is easier than, say, I think, a stunt where you had to jump off a building or something, right? I mean, as long as the guns are working properly, Alec, and people have been trained, Alec, then you should be fine, right? You should be fine. And you don't point it directly at anybody, shoot it in such a way. Yeah, it should be fine. And they may be even using the gas guns. They just make the noise and they do the impact and they don't shoot anything. It's just like an air thing. It's like pop, pop, pop. Would I see this movie? Well, let's break it down. First act. Antonio Banderas, hey, he's working in a bar. He seems like a normal, everyday Joe. And then one day a mysterious woman comes in, and when the bar clears out, or he clears it out, there's a lot of tension, and they may be killing each other, and they pull out guns, but you know, they talk, and why are you here? Well, I'm here because Tommy Flannigan is he's out of control. He's killing people. I don't know what he's doing something evil. So maybe at first Antonio doesn't want anything to do with it. He's been in hiding. Uh, she's going to take him down. He doesn't want anything to do with it. She convinces him otherwise. Maybe some guys show up and they have to fight him together. Something like that. Anyhow, she eventually convinces Antonio Banderas, we have to do this. Your name has been dropped. They know where you are. It's just a matter of time. Blah, 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 blah. So he agrees to fight with the girl. So they go to their house, and maybe it's already infiltrated. I don't think so, because the girl his daughter's there already. And so they have a meeting, and they decide, well, we're going to band together. And sure enough, they come, but they're ready. They've been ready for this for a long time, and then it just becomes a big fight. The second act is just a big fight, back and forth. They're killing guys left and right. It's very possible Antonio Banderas' character will die in this, because he's the older guy, and then it motivates the original character further. Certainly somebody's going to get shot. The daughter may be held hostage. Maybe even the main girl here on the right, Banshee, is the one who dies, sacrificing herself to save Banderas' daughter. Probably not him, though. Probably would be the other way around. That's usually the way it goes. The older character dies, the younger character lives. There she is there. She seems pretty good for the role. I don't have any problem with her. She's not doing anything. She's not throwing guys around too much. It's mostly gun-based. Again, the great equalizer. So, I can be on board with that. It's when you have these skinny, beautiful women who are just throwing stuntmen around that are 300 pounds like they're brag dolls. You gotta go, oh, come on. Second act's probably mostly a cat and mouse game with the house, and they try to flush them out, and they lose a bunch of guys, and then they go in for the final thing, and it turns into a knockdown, drag-out thing with Tommy Flannigan, probably Antonio Banderas, and then Codename Banshee, and then the final fight, and then that's it. They kill Tommy Flannigan, and then finally they're safe, and the ambulance comes, and the cops come to clean up the bodies, and everybody goes on with their lives. And then maybe Codename Banshee Part 2 if things go well. Let's see, we got any more data here? No. It looks alright. I'd see this movie. I don't mind it. Is it blowing my doors off? No. Oh, July 1st. Theaters and on demand. Kind of a toss-up whether or not it would be better in the theater or... I think it could be, because it's actiony, might be a little better in the theater if they're shooting it, big action. There are a lot of inside scenes, so it's a bit of a toss up. I definitely think if you watch it at home, you should probably keep the lights low, because that'll make the fight scenes pop a little more, because it does look a little bit dark, but I think it's supposed to be that way because of the time of day or whatever. But yeah, I would see it. I don't know if I'd go out of my way to see it. I like Antonio Banderas. He's okay. In this role, it's a good role for him, I guess. It's not as flamboyant as he usually is, like the El Mariachi thing. What was it called? What's his face? Robert Rodriguez. But, standard actioner with hitmen or ex-CIA guys, or, I don't know, people with guns. This is what we like to see. This is a guy movie, right? You take your date to this. She kind of like rolls her eyes and go, okay. And you're like, yeah, oh, cool. So, Codename Banshee. Why not? And that's it for me, Tony D, and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for your more bass takes. We do a fairly bass job here, but our more bass takes, we do a News Blast and Hollywoke Hot Take. Check it out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble. And we'll see you in the next one.